Yeah, today I got a off-the-cusp kind of video here. I just wanted to discuss some of these upcoming Phoibos project watches they got coming out. Some of these are just looking really cool and really awesome. Phoibos is known for their Rolex homage watches. They've got the quartz, they've got the automatics, they've got some with ceramic, but they're all based off or similar to the Rolex Submariner. And a lot of people give these type of companies that do these type of homage style watches a lot of grief. And I find it really refreshing and cool that you have a company like Phoibos, which makes an amazing watch, but they listen to their customers, and they've got these upcoming watches now, these project watches, which are all unique, and I think they're game changers in the watch market right now, for quality and price. But I wanted to quickly kind of go over some of these. They've got 3 models coming out. So what you see here, this one is going to be called the Reef Master, and they have one without a date, and then they also have one with a date here, which the date's at the 6 o'clock position. Then they have their Reef Master, which is this one, which that one's really caught my eye. I think that's just a really cool design. This one here is in the DLC coated black case, but they also have it in this one, if I can get that deal to get out of the way. There we go, with the stainless steel case. That's the watch that's got my eye. I really like that watch. That is awesome. That one was just recently revealed in the last day or so. And then they have this one, which is their Ocean Master. And the Ocean Master is unique because it's a 1,000-meter dive watch. I mean, this thing is heavy-duty, hardcore dive watch, a true 1,000-meter diver, and it's automatic movement, and of course, it's got the helium release valve there. But let me just go over some of the specs and what I think about these watches. So the first up here is going to be the Reef Master, which is named, I guess, because of that dial. You can see like the wave pattern here. Let me see if I can get a zoom in. Well, I guess it won't let me zoom in on that. But anyways, on the dial, you can see the wave pattern similar to maybe like a Omega Seamaster or something like that. Some other key points here, look at the bracelet, which is really cool. That's definitely unique for Phoibos so far to have a bracelet in that design. I guess that's sort of like a Jubilee style. They've got ceramic bezel here, sapphire crystal, automatic movement, and then if you look at the bezel, it's kind of hard to see here. I recommend you go to Phoiboswatch.com and look at these yourself. That way you can actually see the details. But that bezel has a micro coin edge, so that's going to be similar to some of the Tudor dive watches, as well as some of the Omega Seamasters that have that micro coin edge. So really cool design. Really digging it. I think it's unique. I mean, it is somewhat similar to some of those what I mentioned, like the Tudor and the Seamaster, but it's kind of like a combination of the two. So it's not copying either one really. Some of the specs with this, you're going to have Seiko NH38A movement, which is a really good budget movement here, automatic movement that's accurate, reliable. This one doesn't have the date complication, so that's why it's the 38. It has hacking, which is also worth noting. So your case size here, you got 316 stainless steel, of course, and 42 by 48.5 millimeter. So your case size is going to be in line with some of your, the quartz model, which is 42 millimeter, but your lug to lug is significantly less. I believe the quartz one is closer to 50 here, and this one is 48.5. So it's going to wear a little smaller, which is nice. There's your clasp. Your glass is, obviously going to be sapphire crystal. Water resistance here, 300 meters. That's great. Awesome. Bezel is going to be 120 clicks, ceramic bezel, which is also great for this price range. And then look at this on the loom. You got BGW9 on the hands and indices, and also it says C3 as well. I find it strange. Oh, let me show you the colors real quick. So you've seen the blue dial, blue bezel. They've got this one, black with blue highlighted hour indices, which is nice. I like that one the best out of these 3 colors. And then they have the green, which to me kind of looks strange. I bet it'll look better in person. Speaking of which, you can go to their Instagram page and view an actual model. These are all renders, obviously, but they have an actual one of these in the flesh, and you can see a picture of it, and it's the blue one, and the blue looks much better than this rendering, obviously. And then one other thing worth noting is the release date, November 2017 on this one. So let's switch over quickly to the Wave Master with the date complication. So that one really has caught my eye. I always like having a date complication on my watch. I think that's a beautiful design here. I like the hands. I like having the black dial, the black bezel, as well as that blue. I think it's really pretty. Worth noting, it doesn't have any crown guards. And then they have this color too in the date, so it looks like they have the black or blue with the date complication. And then this is just the case back design. So that cool octopus logo that Phoibos is seen to be using now. And you can see that also on all of these watches on the dial, which is nice. Okay, so that's the Wave Master. So let's switch over to what they call the Reef Master, which is what really, this one's really cool looking watch. I think I'm gonna pick up one of these. So cool looking design. Obviously this is the DLC black case. They make it with the stainless steel case too. I like having the sword style hands. I think that's really cool. Look at that cool blue seconds hand. That is really pretty. Kind of ties in with the little blue little highlights here, which is just beautiful. I like the crown better on this one too than the Wave Master. It looks like it comes with some type of rubber or leather strap or bracelet. We'll look at that here in a second on the details. So here's your movement. You got the Seiko NH35A, which is again a great budget workhorse of a movement. No problems with that. Your case size 42 by 48. So to me, that's perfect. I love my quartz watch, which is 42 millimeter, but the lug to lug on it is closer to 50. So it's I have a 7-inch wrist, but it wears a little big. But this one with having that 48 is going to wear a little more square, a little smaller wearing. So this size is just about perfect for me. So this watch is really looking good to me. So here's what they call their strap. Black Crazy Horse strap, whatever that is. Rubber strap with sign buckle. I don't know what that means either, but anyway. Your glass domed, double domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective, so that's cool. A little more vintage look with that. Your water rating, 300 meter, which is awesome. Again, case size. The thickness, 14 millimeter, which is not too. It's a little thick, but not anything crazy. Your bezel again, 120 click, matte ceramic bezel, screw down crown, and the Luminova BG-W9, which is excellent and warranted 2 years. That's some great specs, man, for the price. $239. Again, this is the DLC coded, and look at the release date here, February 2018. That one really has got my eye. In fact, this is the one, and let me see if there's any other colors we'll switch to. So there's the blue highlights. Here's one that's slightly different. It's like blue on the bezel and drops the stitching highlights. Here's an orange one. That looks cool. I like that a lot. That's really neat. And what else I got here? Just the case back. Again, the octopus logo we all know. We'll switch over to the one that really, this is the one I will for sure probably get. This one has the stainless steel case, black dial, black bezel with the blue. Oh man, that is a beautiful watch to me. This is the one that I want. Just so cool looking with that octopus logo, the blue seconds hand, just beautiful. I don't know what it is. This thing just appeals to me. I definitely want that watch really bad. And we'll see. Quickly switch over to this color. There's the blue dial, blue bezel. Also looks good, but to me, that's where it's at right there. That is just a pretty watch. Beautiful. I mean, awesome job on this, Phoibos. Y'all really knocked it out of the park with this watch. So again, this is basically the same as the one with the DLC, just with the stainless case. I don't believe any of the specs are changed on it. So that's a really cool looking watch, and that's the Reef Master. And then we'll quickly switch over to the last one, which is their 1,000 meter Ocean Master. So let's look at it real quick here. So similar to their quartz 1,000-meter dive watch, but they've made obviously some modifications on the case. Really cool looking design. I like having that heavy-duty crown guard there, vintage style illumination. The bezel looks good with the black and the blue. Just a robust looking watch. Let's look at the specs on this. The main thing with these is going to be that 1,000-meter dive rating. So again, you get the same Seiko NH35A movement. Your case size, which is interesting, 43 millimeter by 48. So a little bigger at the 43 millimeter, but that 48 millimeter lug to lug, that's great. That's going to keep it wearing slightly smaller than it would seem. 22 millimeter bracelet. Sapphire crystal, of course. There's your 1,000-meter water resistance. That's incredible. Your thickness, you're looking at 14.5, so not bad. I mean, it's a little thick, but this is a 1,000-meter dive watch here, so some of these can get well over 15 millimeters thick, so that's not bad. It does have the 120-click bezel, which you'll want if you're going to use this hardcore diving. It also has the helium release valve, which most people never use, of course, but if you're going to have a 1,000-meter, actual 1,000-meter dive watch that's going to be used for diving that deep, or deeper than what most people go, you're going to want that helium release valve, and this watch has it. Really cool that has it in this price range. Impressive. 2-year warranty, screw down crown, Luminova C3. So I would have preferred to have that BG W9, but the C3 is still good lume. But anyways, there's a look at those watches. Man, they've really got some cool stuff coming out. I'm really impressed. Let me go back to that one I really like, this Reef Master here. That is just, man, that's a pretty watch to me. But anyways, I've been really impressed with Phoibos. I mean, obviously, I've got the quartz watch that's blown me away. I love it. One of the best watches I've ever bought, and I only spent $100 on it. So this one here, just over $200, looks like a lot of watch for the money, guys. Really cool looking design. If you haven't seen these, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to go to phoiboswatch.com so you can take a look at these, on your own screen here and look at them a little more closely. But if you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to discuss these watches with you. Thanks for watching. Take care.